Why autistic people tend to be low on certain nutrients has been the question plaguing scientists. Regardless of the whys, let's get into the foods that will greatly benefit us. So watch this video through, as you might miss intrinsic information pertinent to you or your child's improvement and development. Even if you are not on a ketovore or carnivore diet, you might see some improvement. But I do recommend those diets, as autistic people have insulin resistance in the brain. We are no longer able to efficiently use glucose for energy. However, we can utilize ketones as the best form of energy for the brain. The first, organ meats. Organ meats are high in B vitamins and folate. It's known that autistic children have a deficiency on B vitamins as well as folate. And the cause of that is likely due to autistic people tend to have digestive problems that may not extract and synthesize these nutrients properly. I would recommend having organ meats in the diet 3 times a week. For those who hate organ meats, like my son Raiden, who will absolutely not eat them, I then hide Ancestral Farms beef organ supplements in his yogurt. And I chose this one because it doesn't have a strong taste, so he will consume the powdered organ without problem. Second, no casein, soy, or gluten. It is said in the literature linked below that children with ASD have been found to exhibit higher levels of pro-inflammatory cytokines following exposure to food proteins from gluten, casein, and soy. In all honesty, gluten or soy is not usually a part of our ketovore diet. My son does have dairy, and I eventually do feel it might benefit us to at least try to eliminate or lessen this to see if any changes are seen. Third, salmon, pasture-raised eggs, sardines. We are chronically low in vitamin D3, and although they may not be very high in the steroid hormone, the most bioavailable form of this nutrient is in those foods. However, autistic people still tend to be low in vitamin D3, so I would recommend not only to get adequate amount of sun, but if sun isn't always available year-round, getting it in a high-quality vitamin D3 K2 supplement is what I would recommend, as autistic individuals' requirements are higher than the average person. Science doesn't actually know why we are chronically low, but one of the possibilities written on National Institute of Health could be that there is an inheritable genetic vitamin D deficiency that causes problems with vitamin D enzymes, receptors, or binding proteins. Fourth one, bovine cholesterol powder, which might sound highly unappetizing, but kind of put that thought aside and look at the evidential support of gut health when intaking bovine cholesterol. It is said that it improves leaky gut, which those of you who have immune problems like food or environmental allergies, for instance, then this would greatly benefit you. Increased intestinal permeability is very common amongst autistic people, and bovine cholesterol may help with that. Fifth one, camel's milk powder. I know it sounds exotic and unusual, but I would recommend this for those with dairy sensitivities who still want to get the benefits of dairy products without the allergenic components in regular dairy milk. It is said that camel's milk proteins have very little homology with cow's milk proteins, and in addition, beta-lactoglobulin, the major allergenic protein in cow's milk, is completely absent in camel's milk. It's high in bioactive peptides, lactoferrin, zinc, mono, and polyunsaturated fatty acids, which helps in the treatment of some important human diseases like tuberculosis, asthma, gastrointestinal diseases, and jaundice. Aside from all of that, it is shown that consuming camel's milk lowers oxidative stress by measuring autistic people's glutathione levels before and after consuming camel's milk. I hope you found this helpful, and please let me know in the comments if any of these have been beneficial to you after adding these to your diet. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.